Happy Halloween, you guys. Come on in. Hey. Welcome to Mystic Moon. Happy Halloween. I'm very excited about today. We're excited. I'm just waiting for Keisha to come in. Hey, you guys. Happy Halloween. Welcome. Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Yes, Chris, get that pen and paper, girl. Hey, y'all. Hey, Nikki. Welcome. Come on in. Hey, you guys. Welcome. Ooh. Hope everyone's Halloween is going well. Letting everybody come on in. Yeah, Smoking Stone. Happy Halloween. There is Miss Keisha. Happy Halloween, you guys. Yay! Hello!
I love it.
Oh, yours is so cute. So you got your hat on. I had to put mine down as a prop because oh my God, so cute. Hey, guys.
Make sure you
See As you can see, we are in the theme of the day, okay? It's a blue moon, so hence our blue wigs. This is so fun. Oh my gosh. Let me turn my phone up. For some reason, it's low. There we go. Perfect. Okay.
We're into the woo. Not that pop smoke, but you know, we just woo.
Yes. I got my hat right here, you guys. I could not get it on my head, okay?
I'm not sure if this is how well this will stay, but it's here for the moment.
So, welcome to today's Mystic Moon, a very, very magical, spooky Mystic Moon. It is Halloween, which we both absolutely love, and obviously our witchy selves are in our truest form. So, you guys are welcome. We are going to be doing a new giveaway partner today for this Halloween edition. Smoking Stone is with us. She's on right now. So make sure you follow her. And we will be giving away 2 gifts today. And so that's going to be a Scorpio sun and a Taurus moon. So pull up those natal charts if you don't know. It could be you. And we have a lighter and a rolling tray. So if you guys don't know what I mean by a rolling tray, smoking paraphernalia, but you can also use it to display your crystals, any other little trinkets that you have, your jewelry. So it's just a really pretty tray. And those are our 2 giveaways today, as well as our discount code. Ronnie, Smoking Stone, if you want to put the discount code in the comments for everyone, I believe it is Mystic50, if I'm not mistaken, and you guys get 50% off the whole store today. So go over there. Yeah, exciting. So, as you guys know, today is Halloween, October 31st, and it is a full moon, and it is a blue moon, okay? So with that, the blue moon, we mentioned at the beginning of the month, is the second occurrence of a full moon in 1 month cycle. So this is falling on Halloween, which hasn't happened, get this, you guys, since 76 years ago was the last time there was a full moon on Halloween. And now we have the added bonus of it being a blue moon. That's crazy and exciting. So it's super magical today.
And that's just how it's been. That's just what's happening.
Yes.
Not surprised at all.
I know. It's so perfect. It's so in alignment. So love that. So yeah, we really want this to be longer than an hour because we have so much to talk about, but we're going to try our best to keep it in the hour. So obviously we'll be ending with meditation, and Keisha's going to do something really awesome with us today. And let's go ahead and get into some of the facts and fun stuff about Halloween, and then we'll go into the cosmic chat about what's going on with the stars and the planets. So Halloween, as you guys know, is on the 31st of October. Tomorrow will be Dia de los Muertos, which is Day of the Dead. And that's interesting because it kind of they do connect, but we often think of them, they are very different, but they have the history of Halloween is connected to the true meaning of Dia de los Muertos. So let's get into that. So Halloween, as we know, we go get costume, we get candy. And it became a commercial type of thing. But the reason why the costumes happened, it all has to do with spirits, you guys. Ghosts. It all has to do with ghosts, because today is the day that the veil between the living earthly realm and our spiritual realm is the thinnest. So if you are sensitive, you may even feel a little bit of a presence with you today, or if you have a very close loved one that's transitioned, they may come and visit in some shape, form, or another. You might get a scent of their perfume, or a song may come on. So just pay attention to all that, because the veil is the thinnest.
Dreams, they might show up in your dreams as well, so you just never know.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God.
Something like that.
Totally. And the costume part came into it because it was a way to trick the evil spirits into not, if they wanted to do some trickery and you had a costume on, the idea was they wouldn't know who you were. So that's what the costumes came into play, as well as like pumpkins. We put pumpkins outside and carved them because that was to ward off any evil spirits, so your house would be protected. So that's where the pumpkin carving comes from. Which is one of my favorite things to do for Halloween. I got my little pumpkin outside right now. So the other thing that's happening today in another religion, which is like Wicca, is called Samhain. And today is essentially the new year. So the wheel of the year starts on Halloween. And so it's kind of like the new year. And it is very important in this tradition to honor your ancestors and the dead. And so that's really what Halloween is about in its true essence. It's a day for us to actually be able to remember the people that we have lost, and understand that they are still with us, and to give them that gratitude and thank them for their guidance, because they're always with us. So that's really what Halloween, Samhain is all about. It's about honoring our ancestors and taking that time for anyone that we've lost, friends, to just say what's up and give them that praise, and really understand that, like, we'll talk about grief later, but this is a day to kind of like confront that scary idea of death and what happens in the transition, and kind of honor those people because they're not gone. And so I really love that about Halloween, because it is Gambit's acting crazy. It really is a deeper meaning and a connected thing for us all spiritually. So speaking of death, though, we're in Scorpio season.
On the ghosts and the ancestors and the veils being thin and so forth. I was sharing with Sydney yesterday about when I was on the way back from picking my son up to take him to vote and so forth early, but on the way back, apparently I missed an exit and just had to try to reroute because I was on a back road in South Carolina for like an hour. It was nighttime, and so it was just interesting because as I was driving through, I was like, why did I end up here? How did I end up here? And typically when I ask myself that, I get an answer. And so I knew that it was an opportunity to do some healing work, because when I looked at the GPS, it said the Cherokee Foothills Parkway, which is where I was going to be on for about an hour. And it dawned on me it was an opportunity to do some healing work and some spirit releasing. And it's as if that's not witchy enough, right? This is how I live my life. This is what I do.
Yes.
And so, anyways, as I'm going down this Cherokee Foothills Parkway, we have, Trump in office. He's made several comments about the Native Americans and indigenous people. And with being on that Cherokee Foothills Parkway, all of a sudden, as I accepted that that was my mission at that time to do some healing work, all of a sudden I started seeing spirits that were actually trapped, like in between. And when I mean in between is they hadn't quite transitioned over into the spiritual realm. And so I did see one, ghost figure, and I always remind myself that when I do deal with entities like that, that at the end of the day, human will overrides all consciousness, at least within this galaxy or universe. And so you can, what I do is claim seniority of my space and say that any spirits, that are around me, you are not welcome in my space without my permission. And I have seniority of my space. And from there, they can't fuck with you, basically, right?
Right.
So anyways, as I saw the spirit, I was just like, oh, shit. But I was like, you know what? I got seniority in my space. I'm good.
Right.
I'm here to do some healing work. So back on up, go into the light. And from there, I just saw the spirit being released and transitioning upwards. And all of a sudden, I started to see all this other energy floating up. And then it got real foggy, which was kind of creepy but cool. But I just saw it got foggy. And as I was doing Reiki and transitioning the spirits, helping them to cross over, giving them thanks. That's the next holiday coming up, right? Is Thanksgiving. But just releasing that and also honoring those ancestors and some of the spirits that were still had a lot of weight and heaviness to them and releasing them. And it was cool because it got really foggy while I was doing that work. And then afterwards, all of a sudden, when I finished the work and closed out my ritual, what I was doing as I was driving, then the fog lifted and cleared. And it was like, oh, and now the highway is right here. And I'm like, okay, I literally was just,
Yes.
Spirit was just guiding me there. So, it's pretty cool to do that. And I know, Sydney, you're going to go into talking about like Scorpio season and Taurus now. So that was just my little story there.
Yes.
Hopefully, some of y'all learn some lessons.
We love the creepy, okay, guys? Like, yes. And it's also just very, the other thing that I think it's really awesome that we're getting to talk about this is because we don't talk about, our spiritual essence, what happens when we transition or we're not here on earth any longer. Death gets a very dark, scary, I don't want to talk about it type of connotation, which understandable because we don't know a lot about it. So it feels very scary and it's, surrounded in our society it's very sad. You know what I mean? And so that's why I think it's important for us to understand why a day like Dia de los Muertos is important and Halloween is important is because we're honoring the dead because they are still a part of us. And Scorpio season is all about death. It's the death card in tarot. Okay, so when that card comes up, that's when I always tell everybody, it's like, not the death card. And it's like, no, like death is a part of life. But a lot of times death card, it presents itself because we are transitioning to another part of who we are. So the word rebirth is often associated with Halloween, with Scorpio energy. Shedding what no longer really who you are anymore and coming into who you will be and who you are in alignment with. So that Scorpion energy, very transformative and very mystical. People have Scorpio in their chart for a reason. Like Keisha has it all in her chart. And I don't have that much in mine. And I'm always like, man, I wish I had more Scorpio in my chart. But if anyone is mystic or does stuff, I guarantee you they've got Scorpio all up and through their chart. Yeah. So this season is super.
I think it's pretty cool that you mentioned like the rebirth and so forth because I think when I think of, death, it's really, I mean, not to get too dark, but there's been some times where that looked like a beautiful option, when life got hard. There's just to be real. But it's just one of those things where really it's just about transformation. And that's how I see it. And I thought it was really cool because earlier this week I was in this place of resistance. Like, should I go to yoga? Should I not? And it's like, it's an hour, Keisha. Get your ass up. So I go to yoga, and it's interesting because she talks about surrender. The message was about surrendering, and it was something that I needed. But it was cool because at the end of your yoga practice, you take shavasana, and shavasana is about really fully experiencing that release, that surrender, letting go of all the energy you've exerted, everything that you've put into your practice and your awareness. And then shavasana is literally, the word means death. So it's kind of like you allow yourself to just die, to surrender to all that is, all that has been. And then from there, a lot of times in a yoga practice, what you'll do is you'll go from shavasana to rolling over on one side or the other in fetal position. And that, once again, is that moment of rebirth as you come back up and sit up and, namaste. So I thought that was really cool because that's something that really stuck with me this week because the teacher just went from shavasana to, okay, you can sit up. And there was a part of me that was like, no, I need to, intuitively, I was like, I need to roll over and give myself permission to be born again,
Right.
And have that rebirth. And then I sat up and was able to bow my head in respect and reverence and say namaste. So I think it's kind of cool because I just mentioned the word reborn. And, sometimes with our culture as Black people, we have kind of forgotten some of our indigenous practices as we, out of survival mode, adapted to different religious philosophies and things like that, or religious practices, I'll say. Mostly maybe Christianity or something like that. And so I think it's kind of interesting because even still you have that message of rebirth, of being born again, that's why you take communion and so forth. So I think that's kind of interesting. But even in that process of, this will segue into what you're going to talk about, Sydney, next, but even in that process of rebirth, there's a little bit of, there's a lot of time that has to happen. It can't be rushed. Nature does not rush. Everything's accomplished. And even, as a mother, it's, labor and delivery. I mean, that's definitely a death of who you were as a woman, and then now you're reborn again as a mother. Your whole life is changed from there. But also, just that process of pregnancy, conception, and all that, and just delivery and everything, all that takes time. There's always a certain amount of time allotted between death and rebirth. And I know I might be on a little tangent, but for some of you who are interested in either mediumship or just building your awareness with the concept of death and what happens on the other side, on my page, actually, I have the Amazon affiliates highlight. And if you go there, basically, there's a book that I recommend called Many Lives, Many Masters. That talks about what it's like when people cross over the veil. He was actually a psychotherapist who, this is his story of a client of his who he would put under trance or meditation and walk her through, and all of a sudden she would start to recall these past lives that she lived. And it's a really good book. It's a fairly quick read. It's probably about 200 something pages, but from someone like myself who does mediumship readings and speaks to spirits on the other side, I thought that was really cool because before reading this book, I could see that there were certain spirits who, depending on how they passed or whatever, some of them were kind of like in different dimensions, some higher, some lower, some were in a space where it was almost like a waiting line. There seems to be like a line,
Yeah.
Like when spirits are transitioning. I thought that was really cool because that's something that I experienced just myself through practicing and doing my readings. And then I read this book, and in the book, the client actually said the same thing. Like when she transitioned through these different lives, there were sometimes periods of waiting, before like you're called to fully finish your transition. And I've had people reach out to me when they've had a loved one cross over, and there's times where I can tell they haven't fully transitioned yet because the the connection, the communication is blurred, or it sounds
Mm-hmm.
muffled, or like things like that. So,
Right.
you know, even just like I said, from my personal experience as a psychic, intuitive, and teacher, and you know, medium, and all that stuff, um, there's definitely this time, and it's just regardless, you can't rush that process between death and rebirth. So, you know, hopefully you all take that with grace and know that you are exactly where you need to be, and to give yourself that time. So, Sydney.
Yes, Ashe. So it is for real, because with that, this is a Taurus moon, okay? And so Taurus is earth energy. And so I like Taurus energy a lot. My moon's actually in Taurus. So I really relate to this in the fact that it's very, like Keisha was just saying, that process is slow. It's not quick, you know, it unfolds as it's supposed to. And that's exactly the energy also that I pulled the Temperance card, which is very interesting in tarot, because Temperance energy is about patience. And so that Taurus energy is very slow and steady, very
Patient.
calm. It's not just, a lot of earth energy has that calming nature, but Taurus energy is very observing of all and taking everything into account before making next steps, and making sure you've got everything that you need, and that you're not rushing, and that you're not skipping or missing a detail in something. So when it comes to this space right now, with it being this full moon, and we're setting our intentions, and with the blue moon, we're setting big intentions. Okay, guys, like we go big or go home today. Like, you know, I'm asking for,
Going to go home.
yeah. I'm asking for everything that I've been wanting. You know, I really am asking for it today. But it's because of that Taurus energy that it's really time to see those things start to come into reality, because we've taken our time. The universe has taken its time to get you to the point where we are today, to ask for those big things, because you are ready now to receive it. You've put the work in. It takes that time. So it's really important to understand that and embrace that. You know, a lot of times we get burnt out, or we get discouraged if things aren't happening quick. And I've really learned with my moon in Taurus, I'm ridiculously patient, like in all aspects of my life. And it's because I know that it will happen in divine timing. It's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. And that Taurus energy is wanting us to connect with that patience and understanding that things are always working, and all the hard work that we put into something doesn't go away. It's like building. It's building to this crescendo where we manifest in our reality what we've been working for. So as we go into meditation and you set your intentions today, really think of that slow and steady Taurus energy. And the other thing that came through a lot when I was meditating on this energy was the idea of not forcing something. So if something isn't working, just like we're in this rebirth, if it doesn't work, it's not working. You know what I mean? If you tried to turn it this way and do it, and if you tried to maybe do it on a Tuesday instead, and things are just not working,
Yep.
you're
Let go and let flow.
let it go. It's not for you. That opportunity is not for you. The situation's not for you. And a lot of times we delay our manifestations because of the resistance of trying to force something, force it. So remember that. And yeah, I touched on everything that came through. Things are happening. And back to that. Yeah, one last thing here before we go, and we're about to get comfortable. So I'm glad that came up. Taurus is very luxurious energy. Okay. They like nice things. They like to eat. They like to feel. They do. They do. They like to feel comfortable.
It's always about food and comfort.
Yeah. And they like to be like, their body is very like their home for real. And so think about that today when you're kind of like engaging with things that make you feel comfy and good, and enjoy it. Enjoy your food today. Enjoy your space today, your room. That's really something that is very connected to Taurus energy too, because sometimes we get the lazy moniker because we just like to be comfortable and we like to take our time. And so embrace that today, you guys. Be cautious and calm and know that everything is happening. Okay?
Yeah, it's actually, before we get started, it's kind of cool too that you mentioned the comfort stuff and all that, because I woke up and I was like, I want some comfort food. So I went, when I was talking to you earlier at H Mart, got some Korean food, some soul food.
Yeah.
But that was my comfort food. But anyways, it's kind of interesting too, because what came to me as you were talking about this, with the energy of Taurus being about sensuality and pleasure, luxury, but mostly like what you're saying, comfort and stuff too, those creature comforts that make us feel good. Allow yourself to be comfortable with your power of transformation.
Ooh, yes.
Be comfortable with transforming. You know what I'm saying? Be comfortable in your power. As I'm a little witch here.
Yes, and we have so much power. So much power. And today, that magic in you guys, it is lit up. Okay, so if things are being, I don't know if Yami's in here, but I remember earlier I saw her say something about someone called her about a wallet, like she lost her wallet, and someone hit her up on Facebook, and they reconnected, and so that type of energy is like very palpable today. Like, so don't be surprised if like the most magical stuff happens and you're like, wait, what? And it's coming from you. Like Keisha said, that's your power that's like coming in and manifesting right before your eyes with stuff like that. So we're all witches.
Funny, because I was holding my wand here, whatever. It's actually a real crystal wand,
Yes.
I could probably actually talk a little bit more into that. But anyways, I was pointing this a second ago, drawing Reiki symbols as I was doing that. But it's funny because, just a little random note, little random bit of information. A lot of times, people do have wands. I definitely have one. But do you know what the original wand is? And we all have it.
Our finger.
Exactly. You are right on. I really like this look, man. This is
I know, it's really cute. And it's like a little bob too. Yeah, a little bob. I'm like, okay.
Okay, cool. So, as I was saying, we'll go ahead and get into the meditation. So, allow yourself to get comfortable and take some nice deep breaths. Give yourself permission to step into your power. Permission to transform, permission to feel, permission to just breathe, relax, and just be. Exactly as you are in this moment, knowing that you are perfect and divine and good enough just as you are. As you take some nice, deep, cleansing breaths, releasing the old as you exhale and ushering in the new as you inhale, noticing and honoring that cycle within of death and rebirth, even though it is just with the breath. It allows you to transform on a cellular level, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically. Coming into divine union with your highest self. Just noticing where you are this afternoon, where you are in your thoughts, allowing them to settle or simply observe, becoming a witness to your experience, acknowledging your emotions and how you're feeling, noticing what it feels like to be in your physical body. Just sending that breath and love to any areas of tension or any areas within the body calling for your attention. So you begin to expand your awareness and your consciousness beyond your personal space. Allowing it to expand beyond the room or the space you're in, moving beyond boundaries of this city and state, country, this world. Feeling yourself becoming limitless as you expand your consciousness into the far, far edges of the universe. And once again, just taking a nice, slow, steady, deep breath. As you settle in and relax into the sacred space that you've just created. And just breathe. When you feel ready, you'll begin to sense, notice, visualize divine golden light making its way to you and finding you right here in this moment, gently resting upon the crown of your head. And you'll take a moment to just connect with this light swirling at the crown of your head, using the power of your imagination, your intention, power of your intuition. Utilizing this gold light as it heals and transforms any blocks to divine inspiration. Anything blocking you from connecting to that of your highest self. Divine wisdom, knowledge, insight, bliss, and happiness. And just see what you begin to notice As those energies that no longer serve you here in this crown upon your head are released, eventually bringing this golden light down into the space between the brows. And as this golden light swirls within the space of your third eye, all illusions are being revealed to you. Clarity, insight comes to you with ease. Begin to see things as they truly are. Seeing your divine self, seeing possibilities that come to you, signs that support your highest good in your path being revealed. Seeing how you are supported in all ways through your journey. Perhaps you visualize yourself receiving all that you desire, coming to you with ease and grace. Maybe you see yourself surprised at how easy that which you desire comes to you. See yourself victorious, successful, in harmony with all that is. Breathe. Softening the crown, space between the brows. Now begin to bring this golden light down into the area of your throat, clearing any resistance to speaking your truth, any resistance, fears, or blocks to expressing yourself authentically, creatively, being mindful of the words that you speak, honoring the power within words, and knowing that words cast spells, and your words are sacred. The vibration, the tone of your voice is sacred. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing your neck, shoulders, giving yourself permission to truly hear clearly and to be heard clearly in your communication with the divine. Hearing that inner voice as you move down deeper within. Bringing this golden light in the space of the heart. And just allow yourself to soften within your heart center, taking a nice deep breath here. Once again, using that power of intention and imagination heal any heaviness within the heart space. Heal any blocks to divine self-love, affinity towards others, spirit, and all that is. Allow this golden light within your heart space to mend and heal any brokenness within the heart. Healing any grief and sorrow, knowing that grief is simply love that has no place to go. And that's okay. Just breathe. Allow this golden light to assist you, filling your heart with light, becoming more lighthearted as you relax, soften, and just breathe. Know that there is no rush. But when you're ready, you'll bring this divine golden light down just below the ribs, into the upper belly, your upper stomach, the area of your solar plexus, your power center. And as this golden light swirls within this area of power, you release any resistance to fully stepping into your truth, the divine expression of yourself, releasing any expectations of who you are, who you should be, and who you were. Feeling this golden light bring you into harmony with divine will. Allowing your will and divine will to become one. Fully embracing this power, finding comfort in being powerful, transformative. Knowing that simply with your imagination and your intention, you can create, manifest that which you truly desire. So allow this space to just soften as it becomes filled with golden light. Just relax. Know that you are safe. And just breathe. As you gently release any power struggles within yourself or with others, with compassion, you'll bring this golden light down deeper within yourself, allowing it to fill the space of the low belly. Releasing any resistance, completely surrendering to the power of your creativity, your ability to manifest and bring things into fruition. Knowing that these intentions you've planted are within fertile soil, held within hands of love, devotion, giving yourself permission to fully experience the pleasures of this physical world and this earth, giving yourself permission to step into your purpose, knowing that looks divine and unique. Allowing yourself to create a life of authenticity. Giving yourself permission to prosper. As you trust your intuition, a source of power within you that guides you, speaks to you. Just allow the belly to soften. Breathing deep as you fill the belly with air. Perhaps it comes up into the chest space. And as you exhale, you release the air within your chest, releasing the air within the belly. As you bring that golden light down the base of your spine, allowing this golden light to heal and to release any energy that is not in present time. Giving yourself permission to fully surrender to the dynamic presence that you are and are here to be. Allowing yourself to receive all the resources and material goods that you need to support the path before you, your desires and your intentions. Allowing your soul family and all those that support you to show up for you, to hold you in that space of pleasure and prosperity, purpose. Giving yourself that full permission to release anything else that you may be holding on to. Knowing that as we release and surrender and honor that process of death, we release it all back down into the earth. As all things return back to earth in its death, that process of rebirth. knowing that you have more than enough time. So be patient with yourself. Trust your process. Trust that reroute. Trust that all is working in your favor. Fully relaxing. Taking a nice deep breath once again. As you allow that golden light that's flowing through you to move from the base of your spine down deep into the earth. Fully letting go. Surrendering. May you receive all the support that you need from above and below. Ease and grace. May your process, death and rebirth, transformation, be filled with infinite loving kindness, compassion, resourcefulness, resilience. As you step fully into the divine being that you are, you do so with ease and grace. And so it is. Slowly, and ever so gently, begin to bring your awareness back into the room, back into this space, back into your space. Wiggling your toes, fingers as you come back into your body. Maybe taking a nice stretch, giving yourself a hug, or just touching the earth and honoring that. Opening your eyes, and you're ready.
Amaze. I feel amazing.
Yeah, I like that. That was yummy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I wanted to stay in it. I was like, no. That's what I was telling Keisha, you guys. I love when we do chakra activated meditations. It's so, you feel it immediately. You feel the alignment. It's like someone like coming and like, whoop, like, it's very.
Loved ones come to them. Awesome. That's cool. Look at that.
Did they? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I said, it's funny because we were talking about the Taurus stuff. I saw my son tapped in. You know, it's my boy. Love my son.
Oh, that's so cool.
My Taurus son on this full moon. He actually has a friend of his named Taurus, and his friend that's named Taurus is a Scorpio. Go figure.
Oh, wow. That's funny. Okay, let's see who our winners are, guys. Why isn't my question box working? I have somebody right here, but it's not popping up. Okay, so if you're a Taurus moon or a Scorpio sun, just put it in the comments because this question box is malfunctioning. We still are in Mercury retrograde. Let's not forget.
True.
And Ronnie, if you want to put Smoking Stone down one more time in the comments as well. And also Keisha and I were talking, you guys, and if there's anything like topics and stuff, I know we cover a lot of things when we're talking, but if there's anything that you want us to like, if we did like a little offset of talking that wasn't Mystic Moon or New Moon and we were talking about stuff, let us know.
Okay, I see two of them here. I see PJ Pop Rocks is Taurus Moon and DKC12 is Scorpio Sun.
Perfect.
I was on it.
Yeah, my comments are like frozen, so I don't even see. That's why we're partners here, okay? Because nothing's
I got it.
happening over here. So yeah, let us know, y'all.
And DKC12, I think she was actually the one that said spirit loved ones came to her. So,
Oh, so sweet.
one of you will get the rolling tray that you can also use for multi-purpose crystals, stones, rituals, whatever. And then you will also get a lighter. And look, you have yours. I've got mine.
So Keisha's is rose quartz, and mine is green aventurine or aventurine.
We got heart chakra stones.
Yes.
Basically. And what the cool thing is, I like these lighters with the stones, because if you're doing any kind of ritual work, you can use this to literally fuel your intention.
Exactly. Perfect. And then also remember Mystic 50 for your percentage off of Smoking Stone. Go visit her website. She has a lot of amazing, cool stuff on there.
Tomorrow, I believe. I saw her make a comment.
Okay, cool. So tomorrow. Word.
Mystic 50 discount code starts tomorrow.
Love it. Well, you guys, like I said, DM us. DM Keisha, DM me, DM Arcana. If there's like a subject that you want us to talk about, if you would be interested in listening to us talk about stuff more, because we're down. We want to know what you guys want to hear. The countdown is happening. So I hope you guys' Halloween is fun.
Oh, she says she made it available today. So there you go. Mystic 50% off. That's the discount code. So hey, knock yourself out.
Perfect. Happy Halloween. Have a safe Halloween. Have a fun Halloween. And you guys, I hope your full blue moon is amazing and full of so much magic you can't even handle it.
You can handle it. You can handle all the magic.
Yes.
Because you're that powerful.
Reiki us out.
Oh, okay.
Receive.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. Blessings, guys.